My YouTuber fans, thank you for joining us today. We're going to show you how to do 3 amazing dishes with using tropical fruit because it's tropical. A lot of these are pineapple, this is tropical, banana tropical, a lot of these are wonderful. So we're going to do the famous, the most popular pineapple fried rice. And I think it's Uncle Roger's favorite too. And then also lychee fish fillet and a special Shanghai tangy lychee sauce. And then of course, we're gonna do mango tofu smoothie, which is healthy, easy to do, and is using mango. It's gonna be wonderful. All these are tropical fruits, okay? So today, the theme, the principal actors, tropical fruit. So stay tuned.
If you'd like to join Unlock,
Yeah, if you like to join us to win prizes like this, look at this. The cookbook, My Asian Kitchen, best of Yan Can Cook and Martin's Quick Easy. And then also the knife that break down chicken in 18 seconds, and the smaller knife. And of course, you can also get a wonderful apron and a chopstick rest. Chopstick set of that. When you travel around the world, this is the chopstick set that you can get, okay? Whenever you sign up, unlock.org to register. So every Thursday, the first Thursday from 4 to 5 every month, we'll see you, okay? So make sure you join us. Today, 3 wonderful dishes, so stay tuned, don't walk away.
so Chef Yan, you're using pistachio. What's good for it?
Well, pistachio, of all the nuts, pistachio probably the healthiest nuts of all because it's the highest in antioxidant, and also it's one of the nuts that have total protein, all the 9 amino acids right there, and also it helps lower your blood pressure, your cholesterol, and good for your heart. So if I were you, I would at least have 1/4 cup of this pistachio every day, okay? And then you feel good, and also, always eat healthy. Look at this physical specimen. I eat healthy all my life, and I feel good, and I look good, okay? So make sure, so stay tuned. I'm gonna show you how to do 3 dishes today. Now, of course, sometimes you see Chinese restaurants also use pine nut. You can also use pine nut right here. The pine nut, you can see this pine nut. You can use any nuts anyway. You can use cashew nut, you can use almond, you can use walnut, pecan, you can use macadamia nut. But these are the things that are very readily available. Pistachio nut is available everywhere. Pine nut available everywhere, you know. Pine nut, you toast it a little bit.
What's the name in Chinese for pistachio nut?
開心果, 開心果. The reason is you see that the pistachio nut, when you buy them with the shell, they kind of open up, looks like they're opening up, and be happy, open, smile. See, that's why they call 開心果, means happy nut.
Now we are waiting for Unlock people to get online, live show.
Yeah, we have people from all over the world to join us, just like you, the TikToker, and also the YouTuber. You know, people from Australia, Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Taiwan, everywhere, and also Ireland, Europe, everywhere they can join us because it's YouTube, TikTok, and YouTube everywhere around the world. So we are here to enjoy life. Eat well. You are what you eat. That's the reason why you have to eat. If you want to eat well, you have to cook well. When you cook well and eat well, you'll be very healthy. You'll look gorgeous. You look marvelous. I use all the leftover to do all my dishes. Okay?
So all the dishes good for summer?
This is all the wonderful thing for summer. It's very simple, I make it a little bit more complicated, but when you do it at home, you don't have to have so much. I just use a lot of leftover, okay? I use a lot of leftover. This is leftover, this piece is leftover, and this is leftover. I just use all the leftover, okay? And use this. Oh, hey, I just was talking to all my TikTok friends and YouTuber friends. And again, our fans for Yan Can Cook with Arnold. Every month we say hello to you. Every month we bring you something wonderful. But now look at the hot heat of the summer. Look at that. All from my garden. All of these are from my garden. All of these are from my garden. Look at that. So I decided to do tropical fruit. The theme is tropical fruit. Now here, one of the most popular fruit would be pineapple, right? And then also mango is also very popular. Mango is from all over the world, from Mexico, from Thailand, from India, from Vietnam, they all grow mango. You know, Hawaii, there you see a lot of mango. Miami, you see a lot of mango, okay? So tropical fruit. So the first thing I'm gonna show you is, today I'm gonna do 3 different dishes. One is my favorite, and also Uncle Roger's favorite, fried rice. But you go to a Thai restaurant, they normally do the fried rice and put in stir-fry the rice, and then you put it in the half a pineapple shell, okay? And you soak the pineapple shell, you bake it a little bit. After you stir-fry, you put it in and you bake it a little bit. I want to talk about some of the benefit of some of these fruits, okay? Pineapple, a lot of people don't realize, you see, these are leftover pineapple. I just cut it up, and then I leftover, so I use pineapple. Also known as boosting, pineapple, a lot of people don't realize, it is supposedly boosting your immune system, you know, and then with extra source of vitamin C, a lot of vitamin C, and very, very high in antioxidant. And also supposedly a belief that also anti-inflammatory property, which may assist to alleviate joint pain and arthritis when you get older, like me, okay? And also, it contains a very, very special, I'm going to cut it up, a very special enzyme called bromelain, which can help to reduce inflammation in the digestive tract, which to aid digestion, okay? So, if you have digestion problem, you should have some pineapple. I slice it like this, and I slice like this, look at that. And then I put it all together, and then I cut it into dice, 1, okay? And a 2, and a 3, dice. And then I stack them all up like this. This is how you save time. You go 1, another 2, and another 3. See this? All dice. Once it's diced, you transfer this and you put it right here. So you have diced pineapple, okay? And then today I use all the leftover. You have this, and also I have a tiny bit leftover of red bell pepper. So I also slice it, the bell pepper, look at that, slice, okay? And I save these, and then cut. I just basically dice into smaller pieces like this and give the color contrast to my dish, okay? And then I also have a little bit of leftover corn, sweet corn, summer perfect. So I use a tiny bit of corn too, okay? Because this is leftover. I just want to show you, we are basically, look at that, we are basically magicians, artists. And then we use all the leftover, and also a tiny bit of leftover onion. I also use a tiny bit of onion, okay? Onion, I slice this. Yeah, you basically is leftover. Fried rice is basically you use leftover rice to do the fried rice. Now, finally, we have leftover rice. Okay, so we're going to show you how easy it is to do my fried rice. Now, you can do a vegetarian fried rice, or you can do a protein fried rice with diced chicken, with pork, with Chinese sausage, with the beef, with the shrimp fried rice, or vegetarian fried rice, okay? Should not happen, in most a Chinese household will have the Chinese sausage. Stephanie, do you have, Lorraine, Stephanie, I guarantee you have this at home, right? Chinese sausage. Yeah, they have different kind of Chinese sausage. The one of the Chinese sausage they have is, this is the pork and the pork fat, and they also have the duck liver, this darker, and they also have used chicken or beef to make fried rice, to make all of these things, okay? So we will show you all of these. Basically, I just cut this up like this. I cut it up. This is, if you happen to like this, if the Chinese, they love this. Now, let me show you the difference, okay? Now, this is the pork sausage, lapchang, and this is the duck liver sausage. Can you see that? Yongchang. This is would actually with the duck liver, okay? Add duck liver, very, very popular. You go to Chinatown, you can always find both, okay? So we just show you. Every time we do something, we try to show you something new, something different every time, okay? So you have the fried rice, which is been cooked, and I put this is leftover fried rice, okay? You can also use this to cook fried rice, and you can also steam it and serve it along with all the other protein, kung pao chicken, everything. And also, you can also make porridge out of this leftover fried rice, okay? So, now, perfectly, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you how to do this, okay? This is how they do it in Chinese restaurant. Sometimes they use omelette. These are also leftover omelette for breakfast, okay? So we're gonna have omelette, but I want to show you something different. This is a very, very popular way to do fried rice. You put the fried rice here, okay? You put the fried rice here, okay? Which is all cooked. And then you use a spoon. And then you know what I have here? I have egg yolk, okay? What I'm trying to show you is the golden fried rice, 黃金炒飯, okay? You can use a salted duck egg yolk, or you can use the egg yolk. I beat this egg yolk up. And then I tore this and I toast the rice with this. So each one of these fried rice would be nice and golden brown when it's done. Yeah. I put the egg yolk. I pull the egg yolk out, the egg. Okay, and then I will show you. Now, show you. Look at the difference. Okay, I put this egg yolk. I put the egg yolk here. This is how they do it. Okay, in Chinese restaurant. Okay, so basically, what I do is I mix this. Look at that. This is already nice and golden brown. Can you see that? Then when you fry this, then I turn this on. I want to show you how amazing this is, okay? Okay, look at that. This is already beautiful, nice and golden brown. That's how you do it, okay? Now, a lot of times people don't understand. Oh, you can use the omelet, but the thing is, why bother to use make this omelet separately, okay? Look at this. Can you see how beautiful this is already? Look at that. It's already golden brown, okay? I'll set it aside. So the first thing that I do is I cut up some carrot, which is also left over. Everything I use today, left over, okay? I cut this over here and left over. And I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I dice it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. Ha, all done. And then when this is all done, I will stir fry the thing that takes longer to do. This, if you happen to have Chinese sausage, by all means, use the Chinese sausage, okay? Don't need to use that much oil because there's enough fat in here, but I only use about half a teaspoon, okay? That's all. And then you toss this, and then you are getting ready. Make sure you cook the thing that takes longer to cook and put it in first. This is the idea of doing things. Now, I know that my good friend Uncle Roger actually opened a fried rice restaurant all over Southeast Asia, and I ate in a couple of them. It's amazing. It is specialized in fried rice, okay? Now, when this is all ready, I use medium, low heat, okay? And then onion, because onion is good. Sweetness. Onions add flavor and add color. And then I also add carrot. Carrots, very good omega-3. This is vitamin A. Stir medium. It jumps when the onion is cooked. Let me show you how beautiful this is. Look at that. Amazing. Can you see that? And then I will put a tiny bit of corn. Okay? Corn. So this is all in season. Then when this is all nice and ready, I also put a tiny bit of raisin. Now California, fortunate to live in California. A lot of raisin, a lot of grape. So golden raisin. I go also. You go to Indian restaurant, they use that. And then in the meantime, now look at this. I'm gonna put this. If you want, you can also have tiny bit of ginger. Ginger fried rice is also very good. Ginger fried rice. Look at that. I slice these into thin strips like this. Okay?
Chef Yan, people ask if they want to make vegetarian, what they do?
The vegetarian just stay away from egg, stay away from sausage, and then you have all vegetarian. Because so far, you can turn this into a vegetarian dish, okay? And this is ginger. Ginger is really, really good for anything, whether we're vegetarian or not, okay? And now, stir. You got ginger flavor, beautiful. This is the most amazing fried rice. Use all the leftover. You have celery, put celery. You have the chive, yellow chive, put yellow chive. No problem. When this is almost ready, put a tiny bit of extra red bell pepper. And then, look at that. Look at how colorful this already. Actually, this is a dish. This is a dish by itself. You can serve with romaine lettuce or iceberg lettuce. Now, fried rice. Look at this. Now I put the fried rice here. Look at that. Never waste. I want to show you how amazing this is. How golden brown this is. Beautiful. Oh, this is 黃金炒飯, okay? Cantonese 黃金 means gold color. Gold lace fried rice. This is so beautiful. The reason why you do that is because if you do it in an omelet, I cut it up, and then what you do is you are not able to do what I do in terms of the unique. Each rice grain is coated with 8 yolks, and each one is beautiful. Oh, this is so beautiful. Can you see that? Can you see how beautiful, golden brown? Yeah, anybody have any questions? I cut it very thin, so it doesn't. I don't want people to find a big chunk of Chinese sausage. And the sausage can be kept in the fridge for months. Just make sure. Look at how beautiful golden brown this is. Look at that. See that? So now you can add the nut. You can use pine nut, which is toasted. Okay. You can also use tiny pistachio nut to enhance the flavor. And then if you're using rice a little bit dry, now this is a trick. Cold mixer stock, put a tiny bit of this here. And then this way it will give steam. Listen, okay? You hear? Now, this is beautiful fried rice. And then finally, I put the pineapple there. If you put it too early, it would be a little bit too tangy. But I want the texture, I want the tanginess and the sweetness of the pineapple, flavor for my fried rice. But without overly, oh, look at this. This is fresh pineapple, not canned pineapple, definitely. Now, a little bit of the other thing, okay? Use a tiny bit of soy sauce. If you don't like soy sauce, because I want this to be nice and golden brown, so I use only a tiny bit of soy sauce. But you know what I use? I use Himalayan salt. Okay? Or you can use a sea salt, no problem. Okay? This is so beautiful. Now if you like hot and spicy food, that's the reason why cooking is so amazing, okay? If you like hot and spicy food, what you can do is you can use a tiny bit of chili powder or chili sauce, okay? Chili garlic sauce, okay? Everybody, now this is for young people, love the hot and spicy. And if you like curry, use curry powder. So you can have a choice of everything. Now, look at that, this is going to be so beautiful. Just the right amount, okay? And you can use, and it's nice and golden brown. If you want to use an omelet, this is how you do it, okay? You use omelet, you roll it, cut it up, okay? You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see, this is omelet. This add a little bit more protein to it, okay? Look at that. This is another way of doing it. So you can, I give you a lot of options. Look at that, all cut up. I put it right here, okay? And then, now, I want to show you how to serve this, okay? But this is so beautiful, okay? They find it in most super. In fact, sometimes a Costco also have option. But you can find it in all Asian store, any Asian store, Vietnamese store, any Asian store. So if you want, put a tiny bit of sesame seed oil, just the flavor. I always love sesame. You know, a lot of people don't realize sesame seed are used by the Japanese, the Korean, and the Chinese, and also in Sichuan cuisine, they use a lot of sesame seed paste and sesame seed oil. So when this is done, we set this out, and we'll show you how to serve this, okay?
Chef Yan, one of your YouTubers say, can they serve in a lettuce cup?
Oh yeah, definitely. You can serve this rice in a lettuce cup, and I just want to show you something interesting, okay? I want to show you how to put the dish together. But you have to learn how to make a dish to make it look nice, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that. All cut up like this. And then I want to show you how to do this. Here, I put the rice here. This is so beautiful. And it's so golden brown. I put it over here, okay? This is how you serve it to your special VIP guests, okay? In fact, a lot of the time you go to a Chinese restaurant, they don't do it like this. But you can do it like this. I pack this up, okay? And I put this right over here. And I go, look at that. Sprinkle a tiny bit of green onion, okay? And a tiny bit of toasted sesame seed. And you know what? You have a beautiful fried rice that you can serve. Golden brown fried rice. How beautiful that is. You like it? Any other question? Any other question?
Chef Yan, people ask, what's the cooking tips for cooking rice in rice cooker?
When you do rice cooker, make sure you follow the direction, because each rice cooker have a slightly different design, and some of them are really powerful. And then what you should do is check. You normally use one portion of rice. Also depends on whether you use long grain rice or medium grain rice or short grain rice. And then they will tell you, okay, you push the right button. The most important thing is, normally for long grain rice, for fried rice, you use one portion of rice to about 1.5 portion of water. Or 1.25, you want to do fried rice, you want it to be dry, okay? So this way, you have what's beautiful. Look at that. This is my fried rice. It is so wonderful. And it's pineapple fried rice. Anybody have any question? Anybody have any questions? Oh yeah, let's around the winner. Thank you. Hey, Liz, no, congratulations. Let me tell you what I'm going to do. First, you have unlock apron. Unlock, wear, senior, embrace life. And then for you, I'll send you my signature knife, okay? And then along with that, I'll send you my Asian kitchen. Yan can cook with unlock, all the Asian recipe here. Because this particular dish is actually very popular in Thailand, okay? And then also, for you, I also give you one of these chopsticks. You have a choice of color, green or white or red, okay? this is for you at least. Congratulations. I go down to Valley Fair Mall, the Centennial to have Italy, to have Cheesecake Factory, and I go down there all the time. So I'll congratulate you, okay? But in the meantime, these are the ingredients that we use for this. And anybody else have any question, please ask. Anybody else?
So for our YouTuber, TikTok, they go log into onlot.org,
Yeah.
sign up.
Yeah. For those of you who want to win a prize, just like any one of us today, make sure you log in onlot.org and sign up. Okay? Today you gotta sign up. And then in the meantime, when this is all ready, we're gonna move on to the second dish. This is very famous. Yeah. You do not have to use cold rice, but to make sure when you cook the rice for fried rice, make sure don't use too much water, otherwise it'll be a little bit too sticky. Most of the restaurant use when they cook rice because they are leftover rice. But a lot of time you can actually go to a restaurant to ask for freshly cooked rice to do fried rice. Okay, and this is yesterday we cooked this rice. I just want to show you how to use leftover. All the leftover, you can put it together, okay? Now, the next thing I want to show you is a very famous Shanghai dish, okay? Sai Yu Chou Yu from the West Lake. It is a fish. This is a fish. You can use any white fish. You can use red snapper. You can use grouper. You can use sea lion. You can use any white fish, okay? And then I have lychee. Now, this is lychee, okay? Now, this is Fei Ji, one of the most famous variety of lychee from southern China. And the seed is very, very small. A lot of people don't realize how wonderful this is, okay? And then the next thing I want to show you is, we're going to get everything ready. Wow. Anybody have any question? Yeah. The reason is because sometimes this is the face of the sun, and this is not face the sun. So a lot of the leaf cover. That's why the sometimes it's red on certain. Just like an apple, just like a lot of fruit. When you're facing the sun, more sun, you have a little bit different. So why I use lychee today? First, it's in season. Lychee is the king of fruit in southern China. Lychee is loaded with vitamin C. Okay, it helps support the immune system and also fight inflammation, and also help to repair and maintain your skin by increasing the production of collagen. Look at that. Look at that. You have look at this. If you have collagen here again, wow, it bounces back. A production of collagen, and also some
Wait,
study.
lost. What happened? Why suddenly lost?
Whoa, perfect. We're back. Yeah, this is a live show. No, because sometimes when something happens, because we're in remote area. But also the study also indicated that lychee I found to the extractor of the lychee can help control liver disease. Okay, and also may possibly help to fight cancer. Now, this is not totally proven. Some study indicated they still need a lot more study. But every single ingredient on earth can be medicine. Okay, Chinese call yi yok xin tong yun. Medicine and food came from the same origin. Okay, so now lychee. We talk about lychee. I remove the lychee. Let me show you how I do it, okay? When I do lychee, I break it up like this. I push this, okay? And then I squeeze this out. You see this? And then I use a small knife, to cut this open, okay? And then Look at the seed. Look at how small the seed is. Okay? And then I cut this into a small slices like this. 1 and 2. Now normally in Shanghai they do not use this lychee, but I use lychee because it's a tropical fruit, right? So here is a fish fillet, cut into pieces like this. I put it over here, I put it over here, and I slightly coat it with a tiny bit of salt and pepper. Tiny bit of salt and pepper, okay? Tiny bit of salt and pepper. And also a tiny bit of cornstarch. Tiny bit of cornstarch. Because I want to poach this. I want to poach this. Okay? Quickly poach this. And then I'll make a sauce. Wow, look at that. This is, let it marinate for a little bit. It doesn't have to be too long, okay? And you don't even have to use soy sauce. If you want, you can use a tiny bit of soy sauce later. And then, look at this. I will use medium-low heat to poach this. Can you see that? See the boiling water here? You see the boiling water? Can you see that? It's boiling, right? Can you see this? You see? Then I poach this. I poach this. Because this is very thin fillet, so it doesn't take too long to cook it, okay? So make sure you do not cook it for too long. And then you just poach it, and you poach it, and beautiful, look at that. Can you see this? I poach it. If you want, when you poach them, you put a tiny bit of ginger. Let's get some ginger. And a piece of green onion, okay? Put a tiny piece of green onion, let it poach. And a tiny piece of ginger to get the flavor of the ginger. I cut it up, and I crush it like this, look at that. I put it here, oh, done, done. And then you crush it like this, and then I got the ginger flavor, okay? And then in the meantime, you don't want to overcook them, okay? This is basically done because it's beautiful. Oh,
Chef Yan, one of the friends said they love the pan.
This pan is amazing. It's a Heston. It's probably the best pan. This pan is actually endorsed by my good friend Thomas Keller from French Laundry. Okay, so this is a very, very amazing pan, and I'll tell you a little about this. You can have non-stick one too. Look at that. This is how beautiful. Now this is done. Basically a couple minutes, and when this is done, I put the a couple more minutes. Look at that. Look how beautiful. Look at that. Because it's so thin. Because it's so thin. Okay? Look at that. It's all fully cooked. Because it's so thin. Look at that. See? And then, in the meantime, this is already flavored. So I'm going to pull this away. And then we'll make the sauce. I will show you how easy it is to make the sauce, okay? First, I have Jinjiang vinegar, black vinegar, Jinjiang vinegar, and a tiny bit of soy sauce. Tiny bit of soy sauce. This is Jinjiang vinegar. And also a tiny bit of soy sauce. I use a fish flavor season for fish, for seafood. 蒸魚豉油, okay? Put a tiny bit of here, okay? And also a tiny bit of salt. Tiny bit of salt, okay? And then I will make the sauce, okay? Oh, beautiful. Now this is Shaoxing wine, okay? Wangjiu. I'm gonna put it over here, okay? And then a tiny bit of sugar. A tiny bit of sugar. I'll turn this on. I'll show you how to make the sauce. And then here I have goji berry. This gives color contrast. Goji berry. Okay, normally they don't have this. And then I have green onion, which is, I put this, and julienne, this, okay? And then I also have, you know what? Wood ear or cloud ear. And I slice this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. You see how I slice it? Nice and thin like this. Nice and thin like this, okay? And I put it right here. Yeah, this is fresh. This is fresh. You can buy the dry one and soak them, but this is fresh. And I like the fresh one better because I don't have to cook it for too long. And then I use, once again, Oh, this is going to be so beautiful. And then I put this over here. That's to garnish it. Okay. I want to show you how to make a sauce. Okay. How to make a sauce. Now, everybody look. Here is the sauce. Almost. And here, and this is the lychee. Yeah, put it in towards the end. Put it toward the end. I cut it up. And then, this is the lychee, I pureed it a little bit, okay? And then I also put it in. So to give that creamy taste and nice, you tone down on the tanginess. And I stir. It's gonna be so beautiful, okay? And then I will slightly thicken this up with cornstarch. Look at that. 1 portion of cornstarch to 3 portions of water. Now, look at that. I have beautiful sauce. Can you see this? It's a sauce. You see the sauce. And yeah, already thickened. I want to show you how amazing this is, okay? Slightly thickened. And then if you want, you can use a tiny bit more, make it a little bit, but not too much. Because this sauce is so beautiful. And then I put a tiny time to balance the flavor. Put a tiny bit of soup stock. And then you are ready to go. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at this. Chicken broth to balance the flavor. Now, let me show you how beautiful this is, okay? And then you put the sauce on the bottom. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Now, let me show you. Let me show you how beautiful this is, okay? This is all cooked. I put it right here. Look how beautiful. It's all cooked. All cooked. All cooked. Look at that, all cooked. Can you imagine? I told you it's all cooked. And then I have some extra sauce to put it right on top, just to show you how amazing this. This is my version of the Shanghainese style. So I use tropical fruit, and that's how. And it's so beautiful. Look at that. And then tiny bit sesame seed oil. Yeah. And also you can put tiny bit of whatever you put. So as I said, the most important thing is, see, this is from my garden. This is from my garden. Yeah, this is perfect for the summer. This is beautiful. All we need is just a tiny bit of this cilantro to put it right here. Yeah, this is a lychee sauce. So this way, when you serve, always just like a fine dining restaurant, clean this up. And then, look at that. Look at how beautiful. Look at this. Huh? And then this is what I use. Okay, next for question. And then we get ready for the next dish, okay? Anybody have any question? Oh, we have been waiting for day one to get this now. Okay. Okay, we have been doing it for 5 years with Unlock. From New York, hey, welcome. The Big Apple, we love New York, definitely, we love New York. Okay, first name. Hey, Josephine, hey, you're lucky. I give you a copy of the best of Yan King Cook. This is my 36 and 37 cookbook, okay? And this one, we also have a Yan King Cook with Unlock. Now, Josephine, I give you one of these professional knife. Look at that. Look how beautiful. Look at this, okay? This is Yan King cut for you. And of course, Unlock apron. And then a chopstick like this, okay? And then of course, today I want to present this to you, Josephine from New York. Look at that. Okay, so this is very unique. You don't see something like this in Shanghai. Okay, I kind of doctor it up and make it interesting. Now, nobody else have any question? Nobody else? Yeah, definitely. Actually, talking about this, let me show you a lot of the professional, a lot of gourmet cook will use this. Go and get one of these, okay? It's called better than bouillon. They're normally better than chicken powder, okay? They are beautiful. Let me show you how it looks inside. I think Lorraine also used this. Look at that. Better than bouillon. Better than bouillon, okay? Yes. You can use any seafood and chicken. Just make sure the chicken you poach it at low temperature and don't overcook them. Okay. So this way you use the same sauce. Okay. But basically this sauce goes well with any seafood. In fact, this also go. Hey, you can also use oyster if you want. And then in the meantime, we'll show you the last dish. Okay. The last dish is actually, I call it the mango tofu smoothie. Let me show you what I have here, okay? I have all these ingredients, so I'm going to show you. This is the ingredient we have. We have tofu. Can you see the tofu? You buy the whole piece of tofu. Then I cut this up into one. And then one. I usually only use half of these, okay? I use half of these tofu. And then I will put the tofu in here. So every time I try to show you, now everybody knows tofu is good because it's a lot of the calcium and also vegetable protein in tofu. That's why vegetarian restaurant, they always, in Asian vegetarians, they always use tofu. And then I have tofu. I have some leftover carrot. I juice them, so I carrot. I want to give them more nutrient. This is all leftover, okay? And then I also have a tiny bit of, this is honey, okay? This is honey. I put a tiny bit of honey here. This is organic honey. Cost me a fortune, but you're worth it, so that's why I use it, okay? I use this as honey. And then after that, I'll send it to Josephine in New York. And then I put a tiny bit of 5 spice powder, just to give a little kick to it. And then I grate some ginger. Okay? Look at that. I grate some ginger. Look at this. I use this. I grate. This is my grater. Normally, the grater you have is a little bit different than this, okay? I'll show you the reason why.
Chef Yan, your YouTuber saying that they watch you from Washington, from Monterey.
All over the world. And then I also use leftover. This is, yeah. Well, today we're people from Perth, from Sydney, from Melbourne, from Ireland, and all watch. I love the ginger, so I use ginger. I put this a pickled ginger. You can buy them in Asian store or Japanese store. And I also crush some of the ginger. Cut. Ginger is really good. Ginger is for Chinese, for Japanese, for people in Malaysia, for people in Philippines, Vietnam, and Indonesia. They drink ginger teas when they get sore throat, okay, or coughing. Ginger, love a lot of ginger, okay. So you got ginger and that. But finally, we have mango. Look at that, we have mango. This is a different kind of mango. This mango actually is the Filipino variety of mango. Now, when you peel them, after you peel them, so why I use mango? Not only the tropical fruit, because it's rich in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, pretty high in antioxidants, and also have a tiny bit. They did a study. The possible anti-cancer effect and may improve your immunity and digestive system, and also good for your eye health. And make sure, but mango is also pretty high in sugar, so don't eat too much, okay? And then I cut this up. Now, when you do this, make sure you hold on to this like that. You transfer, and then you go turn it to the other side, hold into this, and you go like that, and then, yeah, and then the camera, go down, the camera, go down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And then this is the mango. And I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I put all of these here. This is mango. Okay? And then for this, we don't want to waste this. We also will put it all of this in here. Okay? This is so good. Now when you handled it, yes. Are you using different kind of fruit? Basically, the whole idea is you can just use a carrot juice, okay? Yeah, carrot is good. In fact, you go to some store, you can have all kind of juice, right? You can buy all kind of juice. And then dragon fruit is good. In fact, I tried to get dragon fruit, I couldn't find it. And then look at that. I have ice, okay? I have ice. I want to make it a nice smoothie. And then once this is done, also a tiny bit of, if you want, you can also use a tiny bit of soybean milk or almond milk, okay? This also adds more nutrients, okay? When this is done, I will put this over here. Look at that. Put this over here, okay? And then I will blend it. Now, if you want, you can add a tiny bit more of the almond milk or soybean milk. Make it a little bit lighter, okay? You can control the night that soybean milk, for those people like me, allergic to milk, dairy product, there's lactose intolerance, you can use soybean milk. And you can also add a tiny bit of these here. Wow, this is good avocado. I want to show you how easy it is to eat this, okay, to scoop it out, okay? One, you see when you cut this, yeah, camera, go down. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that when you eat. Look at how easy it is. Okay, and then also by doing that, I want to show you how amazing this is. Okay, you use this and you use this. You can actually scoop this out. Look at how easy it is to scoop this out. Everything comes out like this. Everything comes out like this. Look at that. Look at how easy it is to get the mango out. Okay. Now, yeah, you can use frozen. Perfect. Now, if you want, you can also make it dilute a little bit more with soybean milk and we are done, okay? Let me show you how beautiful this is. Put a tiny bit extra ice on the bottom to make it cool, okay? And then put a few drops of a few of these mango on the bottom, okay? And then, yeah, look at how this beautiful smoothie, look at that, look at the color. Look at that. And the ice flows up, okay? And let me taste a little bit and make sure it tastes good, okay? Definitely. You can make it into ice cream. You freeze this to turn it into a sorbet or ice cream, okay? And then I would have a beautiful dish, put it right on top of here. And put a tiny bit of here. Now today, look how beautiful. You can see the mango and the ice on the top and the bottom. And today, I have presented to you these wonderful dishes that you can prepare at home. The pineapple fried rice. Yeah, for the summer, definitely. Look at it, it's hot and humid, hot. And many parts of New York and New Orleans is very hot and very humid. Here in California, very hot and very dry. But you know, the pineapple fried rice very popular. Okay, keep the tanginess deep, make it less greasy when you have pineapple in the fried rice. And also, this is the lychee fish fillet Shanghai style, okay? But I add a number of other things into it, make it more interesting. And then of course, this is amazing. Mango tofu smoothie. And it's so delicious, it's unreal. And I just taste it, and I'm not kidding. It is so good. It is so good, I would use this. Oh, I love it so much. I want to keep it for myself. Look at that. Look at this. Oh, look at that. No, actually, I know that we have two Stephanie. One is about 5 miles or 50 miles from us. One is Stephanie right in front of me. Stephanie, this is for you. This is for our Stephanie. Yeah, the camera women.
Thank you, Chef Yan.
Yeah, so basically, so today, I literally have shown you how to do a few things that everybody can do at home. Okay, look at that. So today we have pineapple fried rice. You go to a Thai restaurant, they always have this, okay? Always have this. And then this is the lychee, because it's in season. They normally don't use lychee, they normally do not use goji berry. But I create something different, okay? As I said, you are the magician, you are the artist. You can create anything you want. The recipe, the cookbook is only for your reference. So my TikToker, my YouTube friends, my Instagram friends, and all our friends that watch and the members of Unlock Big Family, I thank you so very much to come again and join me in the Yan Can Cook Healthy Delicious Kitchen. I am Martin Yan of Yan Can Cook, and Unlock where senior embrace life. So continue to support the Yan Can Cook Show and the Yan Can Cook Unlock. Oh, last gift. Okay. Kevin, oh, this is for you. Another My Asian Kitchen with Unlock, cooking with Unlock, and a signature knife from me, and then Unlock apron from Unlock, and then chopstick for you. For those of you want to order some recipe or whatever, make sure you order from yancancook.com. Ask for recipe, cooking tips, and I don't know how to do it. I will ask my good friend, the one and only Lorraine. Lorraine will know how to answer all of these questions. And so every week, me and Lorraine answer a lot of your questions, and two Stephanie taking care of you, and we have an entourage of people at the back. So this is why we were able to show you something wonderful. Food, you're what you eat. Be healthy, be happy, and enjoy life. And cheers. This is for Stephanie, for both the Stephanie. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, let's do almond chicken. You can use almond chicken, you can use cashew chicken, you can use walnut chicken. We'll do almond chicken. No problem. Thank you.
Chef Yan, talk to your friend from your YouTuber.
Hi, my dear friend, YouTuber friend. I wish you cook at home, cook more at home, because when you cook at home, you save money and you cook healthy, and you can cook anything you want, and you don't have to spend a fortune. You got to pay service charge and tax and everything. So we cook at home with the same amount of money. You can cook all of these for $10.
Let's repeat what you just cooked.
We just cooked pineapple fried rice, the lychee fish fillet Shanghai style, and very healthy tropical mango tofu smoothie with a touch of ginger and carrot juice.
Let's toast for the summer.
So, toast for the summer. Here's to the summer.